this telling you there's a red flag. Right? Your denominator has imaginary number as a part of it. Right? And they will state that you cannot have imaginary numbers. So in this case, this is your A part, this is your B part. Now we have to come with the conjugate. What is the conjugate of that expression? A does not change. What is A in this case? A is 7. So you bring the 7 as A's. This is the B part. We have to multiply by the inverse of that. What is the inverse of negative 10B, 10I? Right? That is the opposite of that. Positive 10I. That is the conjugate. So since you multiply this, you already know that by the conjugate, you have to multiply the numerator also by the conjugate. So it will be balanced out. Alright? As you can see by now, guys, those become, you will have to use the property of for method. Alright? Then you can simplify this out. So that will be your first, that will be your outer, your inner, and your last for your numerator, and you do the same thing. That will be your first. In this case, we do first and last. As the denominator, as you know, this is a difference, this is a sum. The middle term, the in and the out, will always cancel out. So let's set that. If we go this, we'll end up with negative 5. As my numerator, we multiply by what? By 7 plus 10I. That's my numerator I'm working out. And if you do this, you will end up with negative 3I times 7 plus 10I. Then we do this with the property as applicable. And we go as your denominator, we do first and last. That would be 7 times 7. Right? And that will be a positive time. A negative will become negative what? 100 what? I squared, exactly. And as you know, that will have to be simplified because I squared is equal to what? Negative 1, you have to replace that by negative 1. So let's work your numerator out. So we're going to need a lot of space. For your numerator, you do distributive property.
Good morning, teachers. The students that are now arriving to your class are from a late bus, 2417. Please allow them into class without penalty. Tardy tank students have not been released as yet. The students arriving now are from a late bus that just arrived to school. Thank you.
Now we will have negative 7, negative 5 times 7. That will end up with negative 35. And you will have negative 5 times, that will give you negative 50I. And we're done with that first distributive property. That was your first, that was your outer, and this is your inner, and this is your last. Then we go this part, negative 3I times 7. That will give you negative 21I. Then that will be negative 3I times positive 10I will give you negative 30I squared. As you know, I squared is equivalent to negative 1. So that's part of your numerator. Now we will have 7 times 7, 49. And this will be minus 100 times negative 1. That will give you 2 negative will become positive 100. Alright, now we will end up with negative 35. Combining like term here, this will give you What is it? Negative 71i, and that will be negative 30 times negative 1. That will give you positive 30 over 149. Now we have one last step. What we need to do? Combine the log term. The log term are the following. Negative 35 plus 30 will give you, then you'll have negative 5 minus 71i over 149. Then that's where you stop. And those cannot be simplified any further.